Devang, you said that you you somewhere expect and you envision that new players will eventually enter this
Yeah.
space because multiplexes are underscreened in India. If you had to give an advice to an upcoming entrepreneur, who wants to invest in the business of exhibition, tell us five things, where uh, you know the investor or that entrepreneur can actually capitalize on what he wants to do, the pros and the cons.
Well, five things. I think they'll have to listen to the entire podcast because I think we spoke a
So,
lot.
so okay, let's not give a number to it. But
Yeah.
if you had to briefly,
Yeah. No, I'll
uh,
come.
discuss the pros and the cons, what would you say?
No, I think the key to run this business is maintaining the consistent customer experience. Everything else is secondary. If your
Okay.
focus is on not compromising on customer experience, then you will definitely be successful in this business. And there are not five, probably. I mean, for example, when I go to audit my cinema, I have a checklist of 450 points that I go through. That,
450
yeah,
points.
yeah, and that happens, and that my cinema manager does every single day. My regional manager does every single audit. He goes on a weekly basis, and then my operation head, he has a task to go, and every single cinema at least he has to visit once and make sure that those points are in check. So I guess the key to run the cinema business is to make sure that look, because like I said, the content is not in our end. Unfortunately, we are at the business, or fortunately, we are in the business uh, that keeps feeding new content every single week.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, out of that successful content, how many people prefer to watch movie at your cinema is something that you can only gauge if you are maintaining that consistent customer service. So the single point focus to run this business is to make sure that you do your basic thing right, and basic thing is even to going into detailing of, I know that in India my popcorn expands the largest. So it's a 46-inch popcorn, which no one else does. Even though you may sound that okay, the popcorn is expensive, but we then took and we say that if we are selling the most expensive popcorn, why don't we give the best popcorn in the world? And
Yeah.
today I can proudly say that there is no better popcorn than what Cinepolis serves. So it's something that we have to make sure that those supplies are consistent. We need to make sure that those popcorn kernels are made and prepared in such a way that we preserve and serve it like the way customer wants, and that's customer service all about.
So everything has to be the best. And that's
Absolutely.
the secret mantra or the secret sauce, of running a successful multiplex business.
I would say not necessarily the best, but whatever you have chosen to give them consistently, time and again and again, and do the same thing again. So may not be, let's say you may have a chair which is probably not the best in the world. There are multiple chairs which are available, but if you have chosen to give an X chair, and now just make sure that that chair is maintained, and every time a customer comes in, he gets a clean hygiene chair, right working, there is no, I mean, right amount of comfort which you have chosen to give them, and do it consistently. So not necessarily the best. Of course, popcorn was an example. We wanted to give it nothing but the best, but you can't do that every time for every product. That maybe the urinals that I'm using may not be the best, but whatever I've chosen to give, it has to be in a working condition with the right operation that I've chosen, and consistently in a hygienic condition.
So aim for the best,
Yeah.
but be consistent.
The best customer service is what I would call it instead of
Right,
best product.
right, right.